question 25. Question 25 is actually testing students on the topic of metals. And in this question, we are looking into the chemical properties of metals or the reaction that metals undergo. So in this question, they give you the reaction of what the metal can undergo, and you need to be able to identify the metal that is given in the question. Okay, so before that, we recap a bit on the type of reactions that metal undergo. There are three reactions: reaction of very reactive metals with water. All right, but before that, let me introduce to you the metal reactivity series written in dark green. Please stop calling me a cool zebra. I like hot, cute, sexy greens, okay? Which stands for potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, carbon, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, silver, gold. Okay, so let me repeat. The first reaction is the reaction of very reactive metals, such as your group 1 and group 2 metals. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, they can react with cold water to form metal hydroxide and hydrogen gas. All right. Now, from potassium all the way until iron, okay, iron metal, it will react with steam. They can react with steam to form metal oxide. All right, metal oxide. And lastly, again, from potassium metal until iron metal, these metals can react with dilute hydrochloric acid to form metal chloride and hydrogen gas. So with that background information, let's attempt the question. Now, the first reaction, it states that 2 moles of X reacts with 2 moles of water to form 2 moles of hydroxide. All right, 2 moles of X hydroxide and hydrogen gas, which means that X is a very reactive metal, can react with cold water. Okay, how do I know it's cold water? We look at the product. This is hydroxide. Hydroxide is here, meaning that the metal can react with cold water. If it is X oxide, then there is a wider range of metals from potassium till iron. Okay, but because we know that metal X reacts with water, with cold water, and there are limited metals that react with cold water, we can eliminate option B, iron. Okay, therefore X cannot be iron, and hence it is eliminated from our options. What about the second reaction? 4X plus O2, meaning the X metal, it reacts with oxygen to form X2O. Now, this is the formula of the oxide that is formed. From the formula, you can determine the charge of ion, charge of X cation, right? So X2O, what is the charge of oxide ion? It is 2 minus, correct? So minus 2, I have 2X ions, okay, positively charged ions because it is a metal. 2X ion, let the charge of 1X ion be B, okay, B. So it will be 2 bracket B minus 2. The overall charge of the compound, it is equals to 0. Therefore, B, it is equals to plus 2 divided by 2 equals to plus 1. Hence, what can you conclude from this is that X is a group 1 metal. And you can eliminate options A and C because calcium forms calcium ion with a charge of 2 plus. Magnesium forms magnesium ion with a charge of 2 plus as well because they are both group 2 metals. So A and C is eliminated. Your answer for this question is D. But let's take a look at the last equation. This equation shows that the oxide of metal X cannot be reduced by carbon. X2O cannot be reduced by carbon. Therefore, X can only be extracted by electrolysis. Okay, which also tallies because metals from potassium metal to aluminum metal, these 5 metals, they are extracted from its ore using electrolysis. Very reactive metals, they form very stable compounds. All right. With that, your answer for question 25 is D.